Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our political conversation. And today we are going to have about why Russia is being embraced by African nations and also China, unlike their counterpart France, Britain, and United States of America. So that's actually what will be the basis of our conversation this evening. But before we dive in and try to analyze why that is like so, I could request you kindly to take a minute or two and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Give this video thumbs up, share the video to your friends, and if your friends are lovers of politics, then request them to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And also, whenever you subscribe to this YouTube channel, always remember to smash the bell button. And now, let us go back to the discussion of the day. Why Russia and China are being impressed by most African states, unlike their counterparts, that means France, Britain, Germany, and United States of America. They are actually being told by African nations to pack and go. But Russia and China are actually being welcomed by two hands. Why do you think this is like so? So one of the things which makes China and Russia to be emplaced in Africa, it's because they are able to import their technology to Africa, which is unlike with the Western world, because you will find that the Western world want to take everything from Africa, and they don't want to actually import their technology to Africa. But you will find that Russia and China, those two countries, they are able to sell their technology to African states. And that's one of the things which makes Africa to impress Russia and China. Another thing which actually impress uh, uh, make African states to welcome Russia to Africa is because Russia, most of the time, it provides free food to those countries in Africa which are quite poor. You will find that Russia is capable of bringing food to those countries and for free and without any condition. And because of that, you will find that Russia is being impressed in Africa more than its counterpart. That means France, that means Britain, and United States of America. So that's another thing which makes the African nations to embrace Russia and China to Africa. There is another thing which actually makes those two countries to be embraced in Africa. It is because those two countries, they are able to share their security with Africa. Like you will find that Russia is capable of bringing what we call ammunitions or equipments, fighting equipments to African nations with a very cheaper price and sometimes free without any kind of conditions. And Russia actually you will find that it has signed cooperations between the Russia military and some African countries' militaries so that they can train together. And because of that, you will find that most African states are embracing Russia. And whenever they actually come to practice with African states military, they are able to leave once their assignment is over. Unlike the Western world, where you will find that countries like France, they always have military bases in Africa, which are nearly owned by what? By their countries. So that makes Russia to be better than its counterpart. That means France, Britain, and United States of America. And that makes it to be welcomed to Africa nations. For example, Russia recently signed a cooperation between Burkina Faso military and the Russian military. And then you will find that those two countries' militaries, they will be actually be doing what? They will be practicing together. Russia will be supplying what we call military equipment to Burkina Faso. And Russia is doing that unconditionally. It does not have very many conditions attached to that. And another thing, you will find also Russia is willing to bring their technology to Africa, because you will find that African nations, their minerals are actually being taken to Western countries when they are in their raw form. And most of the African countries, they want now their raw materials to be processed to end products in Africa. And the Western world does not want that to happen. And because they don't want, that's why they are being chased out of Africa, like France. France wants to take uranium from Niger to their country, but it does not want to bring the technology of nuclear where it is being used to supply power to the Niger as a country. But Africa, literally, please drop your comment in the comment section below. And if this is your first time to bump into this YouTube channel, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Give this video a like, share the video to your friends, and if your friends are lovers of politics, then request them to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And for those ones who have actually subscribed to this YouTube channel, I say thank you. May God bless you abundantly, because you always give us the inspiration of continuing coming up with this kind of the content. And with that, I say thank you and may God bless you abundantly until we meet in our next political conversation.